Different venue, different kind of action. It's now cricket action, T10 action here at the VOJN grounds. And it's New Vision coming up against Youths of Nevis. Youths of Nevis batting first. And here's the bowler from the VOJN. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging at that bowled. Clean bowled. Has a wild swing at that. And he has picked out the middle stump. So it's going to be Delroy Prentice, and he'll be moving in now to bowl to the new batsman outside the off stump. That should be a wide, signaled wide. So Young Jones is the batsman, settles over his bat now as Delroy moves in, loops it, is swinging into the mid-wicket area. Mid-wicket races and misfields slightly, and they're back for the second, gets home. Just a slight bubble, and that's all they needed. And they rush back for the second. Good run in between the creases for the two batsmen on that occasion. So it's going to be Prentice once more from the VOJN school then. Moves in now to bowl to the left-handed Jones. Jones is swinging into that once more. This time, deep mid-wicket. Will he bubble as well? No bubble this time. And so there's only a single. So one more to the total. The officiating umpires are the presiding umpires, Errol Somersault, and at the far end, at square leg, is Eustace Johnson. So it's going to be Prentice. Moves in now to bowl. Flat and fast bowled. That was flat and fast. He had a wild swing and it picked out his leg stump. It was a flat delivery, pushed through. The batsman had a wild heave at that, and it picked out his leg stump. So that's wicket number 2 in this over. New batsman is one of the promising youth cricketers in Nevis, Young Hero. Can he be a hero for the youths of Nevis today? He's a very busy little cricketer. Settles over his bat, took his guard very quickly. As it's going to be Prentice to bowl to him now. Settle. Prentice it is. Moves in now to bowl to Hero. Hero is driving. That's a lovely shot into the offside. The man races in, and they'll only get a single, but a nice way to get off the mark. Just stroking a full toss, nice into the offside, off and running. So Hero will set up. As we have, it looks like Nisbet back into the attack to bowl to the youngster. Here's Nisbet. Nice smooth run up, pulls up. So here goes. Races in now to bowl. He's beaten outside the off stump and looking a bit tentative on that occasion, Hero. He wouldn't have faced this kind of pace at primary school level, but he has developed very nicely, and let's see how he stands up to the Nevis fast bowler, Kimani Nisbet. So he settles over his bat once more. There's Nisbet. Races in now. Nice smooth run up. Moves in out to bowl to Hero, who is edging this one nicely down towards third man. The man gets in position, stops it nicely, and they'll only get one. So one more to the total. And talking about heroes, at the far end is one of Nevis's finest heroes, Clifford Bumbo Walwyn. Looking at the game, I'm a little disappointed that he's not playing for Masters today, but he says he's carrying an injury. But a super athlete, that Clifford Walwyn, one of Nevis's finest cricketers ever. Talented batsman, I could tell you. Fantastic fielder. And he'll tell you he's a useful bowler as well. So it brings Jones into strike. Well, we missed out as we changed batteries, but Jones pulled him away for 4 as he dug it short. What's his response? Bowls, and he's trying to scoop. He was trying to be fancy. Well, is it a no ball? It has to be a no ball. No. No. So he didn't get to the boundary. But it has to be a. Oh, we understand that it was a free hit. So here is Nisbet moving in now to ball to Jones. Jones swings high, hard. Where's that landing? One bounce into the far boundary at mid wicket. Jones really not messing around here, going after the fast bowler. And fast bowlers don't like to be treated like that. Young Jones going after him here. So Nisbet it is. We'll move in once more to bowl to Jones. And I think Jones can expect a short ball, but I think he's ready for it. Oh, he's trying to scoop again as it went wide and signaled wide by the umpire, even though some bowlers will say, well, the batsman was being fancy. How can you call it a wide? But he went true to the keeper. Here goes now. Races in now to bowl to Jones. Jones is flashing this one into the onside. Just taking his time. Maybe because it's the end of the over, he doesn't want to go back for the second. But I thought that they could have challenged for two, but they decided to settle for one, and that ends the over. Well, Tyrese Jeffers, he likes to dig it short. But I think Jones seems to have come out with a kind of plan here. He's going to go after everything. There's a man at deep square leg on the boundary, and there's a man at deep mid wicket on the boundary waiting for a possible pull shot. But Jones is ready. As he bowls, he's swinging at that. That's a little wide dish, but not wide enough, says Somersault, as it went through to the keeper. Jeffers it is. Races in now to bowl to Jones. That has to be a no ball. No ball for height. And the moment that got out of his hand, he kicked the turf in disgust because he knew that umpire Errol Somersault would be signaling a no ball. So that should be a free hit or what? I haven't seen the free hit signal. But I think it should be a free hit. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Jones. Jones is down the track. Swings into it. Through mid wicket. There 2 men after it. Can they catch it? One does. And they go back for the second run. So good bit of running there. Good bit of fielding too. And just 2 runs. Tyrese Jeffers races in once more to bowl to Jones. Jones is swinging. That's a lovely heave. That has gone miles. My goodness. That was as good a pickup as you could ask for. Jones latched on to it and heaved it over towards the car park area. That's a big 6. Well, Tyrese Jeffers likes to dig them short, and he wouldn't want to be treated like that. Here he goes. What will he do now? Goes full again and wide. So he has lost the script, trying to go full and going wide down the leg side. Jeffers it is. Races in once more to bowl. That's another wide. He has certainly lost the script here. Errol Somersault signals yet another wide. In local parlance, they will say running from bat. I can't really blame him the way that Jones is going right now. He seems to be in good nick as he moves in now to ball to Jones. Jones is banging it into the offside, down towards long off. We'll only get a single on this occasion. Well, he refuses a single. He has told He has told young hero to hold on. I'm going to take charge of this bowling. And so Tyrese Jeffers would have noted that. Let's see what his response will be. He moves in now to bowl to Jones. Jones is swinging into that. That's gone miles again. My goodness, he was back up in his half. And Jones leaned into it, and that bat hits good. That bat must belong to Sterling Marshall, because only Sterling Marshall boasts about bats that can hit that well. So he must have borrowed it from Sterling Marshall. That was a beautiful shot. Good pickup, good heave, gone for 6. Jeffers hasn't dug one in as yet. And he likes to bowl short, so I don't know what's wrong this afternoon. Let's see if we could get the snorter. Here you go. This time he goes straight, and this time he has struck Jones on the body as he was pulling. And he was struck on that occasion. And comes away with a leg bye that ends the over, but he seems to be okay. And that seems to be the end of the innings. So hopefully we'll find out what the target is. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Understand that the youths of Nevis would have gotten to about 115, and so New Vision have a target of about 116. As the bowler moves in now to bowl, slinging action, he drives, well stopped by the bowler, leaping into the air and stopping it nicely. Once you see the color there, they don't pay a color. See what someone saw them gone? Is the same. It's the same kind of shot though. Well, we resume the action, and it's gonna be looks like Jeffers to take strike, and it's gonna be the medium pace bowler moving in now to bowl. Yorker length delivery. I think it came off the pad. Let's see what the umpire will signal. Just flicking at that leg by. The bowler raised his hand inquiringly, but no harm done on that occasion. One leg by. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving nicely. Caddy stops it well. That's Willett. And gets a return in. The ball dropping in front of him. And they get one. It was hit powerfully, but well fielded by Willett. So one more to the total. So that brings Jeffers back into strike. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. That's a wide and a wild delivery, and they offer the extra run as well. So that would be 2 wides. 2 more to the total. The captain Sharma having a quick word with his bowler, probably telling him to relax, maybe striving for too much pace here. So Tyrese has started very aggressively, settles over his bat once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's down the track and premeditated. He got a bit of a bottom edge and he ran away for 4. True fine leg, but he wasn't in control. But he would take those any day of the week. 4 more to the total. So Tyrese showing the intention that he plans to charge. Plans to come down the pitch. He has been doing it to the spinners and he's doing it to the pace as well. Well, the medium pace. So he moves in, settles. That's what's a foot movement. He's down the track. He drives and it goes towards the man at square leg deep, and they'll only get a single. So 1 more to the total. So Jeffers back into strike. Races in now to bowl. That's slingy action. Well bowled, and the batsman quietly pushes it into the offside, can't score. Ends the over. Well, new bowler into the attack, and we know that Tyrese would be batting the same way. He's going to charge him. He's going to go after him. Become a jet, moves in now to bowl. He's flashing at that. He's beaten through to the keeper. The keeper whips off the bails, but the batsman's back foot was grounded, so no harm done. And that could be Anand, I think. Anand, who also will bowl at some point, I think. Keeping wicket. Here goes. Bikamajet moves in now to bowl. He was making some movements there and then eventually decided to just push it quietly into the onside, but he definitely was winding up for the big shot and then just decided to prod it into the onside for the single. That brings Siobhan Jeffers into strike. He did wicket keeping duties earlier for the New Vision team. Good delivery, pushes it into the offside. They're off and running. Deliberately played, soft hands and off and running. So the Kamajet will move in once more to bowl to Jeffers. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Jeffers. Takes it on the full, whips it into the onside. Well fielded, but they'll only get a single. So 1 more to the total. It's the T-10 tournament hosted by the Nevis Cricket Association. Let's see, prepares the ball once more. There he goes, he's wide of the mark and will be signaled wide by umpire Johnson. So that's a wide. Moves into ball once more. Bowls. He's pulling this one into the onside. The man at deep mid wicket rushes in. Fields nicely. They'd only get 1. So 1 more to the total. So Bikamajet has bowled a pretty useful over so far. He knows that Tyrese would want to charge him. He knows what he's planning, but he has been holding a good line and length. There he goes, swings into that, came out the bat nicely, and it has gone the distance. It has gone onto the fence at the far end and signaled 6 by Eustace Johnson. So he wasn't quite to the pitch, but he reached with the bat and swung lustily. Made good contact too, and it has gone the distance for 6. Well, Acadiento Willett has been brought into the attack, and he'll be bowling first up to Siobhan Jeffers. Then Tyrese would be the non-striker at this point. Jeffers, Siobhan, just starting off quietly, but he also can accelerate. But Willett would have other ideas as he moves in out to bowl. He's driving nicely past Willett, and they'll get an easy single as long off races in to pick up. So 1 more to the total. It's a game of trying to outthink one another. Batsman trying to outthink the bowler and vice versa. He's cutting this one into the offside. The man comes across. That's Jones, but he can't pull it in. It's gone for 4. Had the width and just sliced it away sweetly. Tyrese. Lovely shot that. Jones couldn't pull it in. Gone for 4. Here goes with it. Races in now to bowl to Jeffers. Bowl. He's bowled him. Had a wild swing at that one, and Willett gives him the send-off. Tyrese Jeffers winding up for the big heave. Missed it completely, and his middle stump has been knocked back. So the aggressive Tyrese Jeffers goes, bowled by Acadiento Willett. Peter Chaz is the new batsman, and he'll be taking strike from Willett. Peter Chaz can also strike a ball in a mean fashion, I can tell you. And he settles over his bat now. The vision would be depending on him, along with Siobhan, to get a good partnership. Flicks it away. That's as sweet as you could get for a first time up shot. Oh, he just flicked it away over mid-wicket for 4. It was on his pads, and he wristed it sweetly away for 4, as if he was in the pavilion practicing that shot all along. Lovely way to start his innings. That was done as effortlessly as Carl Hooper of old. Really sweetly timed. As Willett prepares to bowl now to Peter Chaz. Races in now to bowl, but Chaz is slamming that one into the turf. Jones races in, and they'll only get a single. Willett was also rushing across, but fell over in the process. Willett it is. Moves in now to bowl to Siobhan Jeffers. He's cutting this one into the outside. Jones comes across, shadows it, but it has gone through the man. He's racing across. Does he pull it in? He probably did. And they'll get 2 very easily. There's no signal, so 2 runs. So you'll have to say that was good work in the end by the fielder. So it's going to be Chaz, Peter Chaz, to take strike from the bowling of Bikama Jet, who moves in now to bowl to Chaz. Chaz is punching at this one, slams it into the turf. They're often running because it goes out to mid-wicket. Can't prevent the single, so 1 more to the total. Certainly didn't time that. So it's going to be Bikama Jet once more to move in now to bowl to Jeffers. Jeffers is sweeping at this one. The man races in from deep square leg, and they'll have to settle for a single. It was well fielded. 1 more to the total. Bikama Jet it is. Over the years, he has been a wicket taker for the youths of Nevis. As he moves in now to bowl to Chaz. Chaz is driving past the bowler down the ground. That's a lovely shot. The man races across from long off in front of the man at long on. Picks it up nicely. So 1 more to the total. Quick movements there by the fielder. That brings Siobhan Jeffers back into strike. Bikama Jet has been pretty tight so far. Here he goes. He's swinging into that. More power into the shot than the timing shows. And not timing it at all. And just a single. So 1 more to the total. They're looking for boundaries, but boundaries had to come by off the bowling of Beckham Jet. It's been pretty mean so far. Moves in now to bowl to Chaz. Chaz is swinging at that. Again, he slams it into the turf. They should have been going, well, they have finally decided to go for it. But should have gone for the single very early. But I think Peter Chaz was ball watching, being called by Chevron. Didn't respond initially, but after the fact decided to go through and they got home safely. So, still being pretty tight here, Beckham Jet. He moves in now to bowl to Chevron Jeffers. He bowls, he's down the track, he drives nicely, came out the bat sweetly, but the bowler stopped it well. That ends the over. It looks as if Annan is coming into the attack. I'm not sure. No, it's not Annan. Not sure who the bowler is. But a new bowler. It looks like Carmichael. So it's going to be the left arm spinner Carmichael into the attack. He bowls. He's on driving sweetly, but there's a man deep on the mid-wicket boundary. Races in. They'll have to settle for one. So one more to the total. So the left arm leg spinner Carmichael, who actually played CPL for 2 teams. He's driving at this one. No timing really. And the man at long off, that's Acadian to Willett, comes in and picks it up. One more to the total. So, Chaz it is, so we'll settle now to take strike from Carmichael. Here's Carmichael, moves in out to bowl. Chaz down the track, drives it nicely, carries. It's 6. It's a low flat 6, but it definitely carried over the rope. And now to bowl, bowls to Peter Chaz is beaten outside the off stump. Yeah. So another lovely shot there by Peter Chaz, but well stopped on that occasion. Moves in now. He's sweeping at that, comes off the body and goes behind him. They get a leg by, I would assume. Don't think any bat on that, or maybe a bit of bat on that. There's no signal from the umpire, so one more to the total. So the captain Sharma now is into the attack, and he'll be bowling to Jeffers. Chevron Jeffers drives down the ground. The man at long on will stop it easily. They'll only get a single. I think that New Vision a bit behind the 8 ball here. They need boundaries because 115 runs is a fair total in a 10 over encounter. He moves in once more to bowl. He's driving. He has played that shot really well. Well stopped too by Carmichael as he was driving again down the ground and picking up a single because that was well stopped this time by Carmichael. So Sharma will move in once more to bowl to Chevron Jeffers. He's hitting this one powerfully, but has he picked out the man? He has picked out the man on the long on boundary, which is Carmichael. And so that's a wicket for Sharma as Chevron Jeffers goes back to the pavilion. The new batsman beaten there and almost run out because he... Oh, is he out? He seemed to be out. Well, he's on his way. Probably stumped because... Or run out, I'm not sure, but I think probably struck him on the pad and then he was out of his crease and Annan was able to remove the bails, so he has gotten a 1-ball duck. So New Vision behind the 8 ball here.